About a year ago, I came to Faith Church during the Fight to Win series. Being a fitness instructor, to walk in and see a boxing ring on a church stage, I looked around and said, I belong here. I started to go through a point in my life then where I realized I needed consistency in my life because everything started to get taken away. I once had a great career that I was passionate about, and I was doing good as a single mom, taking care of my daughter, and now I got laid off work. Not only being laid off work, my daughter at the same time was severely bullied in school to the point where I had to take her out and put her in a private school. How do you do that when you don't have a job at the same time? Once I lost my job, it just followed that I finally lost to the battle of foreclosure and modification for my home. And for the past 4 months, I've been coming here more consistently and learning a lot and learning how to pray and learning how to talk to God. I had come here and Pastor Ryan was preaching, and I brought my daughter with me, and Pastor Ryan was talking about tithings, and I'm still learning. Near the end where he had, said he was putting 3 more buckets out, and this was for tithings, I turned to my daughter and I gave her everything I had in my pocket. And I said, Andrea, go put this in the bucket. And she said, Mommy, but that's all we have left. So I just said, what do I have to lose? So she went up and she put it in the bucket. Because I said, didn't you hear and listen and learn today? I said, God's going to bless us. Because I just feel in my heart, God's going to bless us. Figured it has to happen sooner or later. And when he had said that, is there anyone that was behind in their rent? I shamefully raised my hand halfway. And my daughter raised it all the way in the air. And I was so overwhelmed that I couldn't even process what was going on. I didn't care if it was $5 or $100. Just the fact that, we needed to feel God. It wasn't about the money. I needed to know that God was hearing all my prayers and all my cries. When Pastor Frank came and said that he was giving to 3 families, never thought it would be us. You think in your mind, can never happen to me. That stuff doesn't happen to me. Well, I learned if you pray and you have faith and hope and don't give up, it can happen to anyone. Because I gave everything I had, and God returned me with everything I needed by the end of that service. I had then spoke to Pastor Frank, left, and I got a phone call. I live about 45 minutes away, so I was about 20 minutes to a half hour in, and it was Pastor Al. And he said, Lauren, where are you? And I said, I'm on my way home. He said, well, we have a check for you. I could tell you, I turned my car around really fast. I walked in and I got goosebumps. Pastor Al, I had spoke to him and he asked me to tell him about myself, and I explained that, I'm $2,000 short of my deposit for our new home and I have to be out and in by December 1st. And he said, Lauren, open the envelope. That check was for $2,043. If that isn't a blessing, one of God's miracles, that to say I needed $2,000, well, God gave me a little more. He gave me $2,043. But I walked in that day, gave my all, and I came out not only with my home. I now, since then, have not 1 job, but 2. I have a career opportunity that I got, and an amazing night job, and now my daughter has a new school. So 3 weeks ago, I had nothing, and today I have everything to hope for, and I am so thankful, God, that you have opened your heart to me when I felt like I had nobody, and you loved me enough to give me the protection and the things I need to be a good mother, and just want to keep building my relationship with God. And I look forward now coming to church every Sunday, and so does my daughter. It's, I've made friends here now, and I don't feel like I'm walking into a church. I feel like I'm walking into a home. And I just want to thank you and thank God for everything, and everything that just keeps coming. I want to encourage you, for anyone who has ever had trouble with giving. 3 weeks ago, I had nothing to give but a few things in my pocket. I trusted in God, and I gave Him everything I had, and in return, He gave me so much hope, because I am being blessed with everything that my daughter and I need every single day. And I just want to new believers, and to anyone, just believe in God and trust that it can happen to you, because one day I believed it wasn't going to be me, and now it's endless.